Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this tutorial, we're going to learn about the latest AI tool released by Alibaba, which is Qwen3. So Qwen3 is a very interesting tool that has just been released. It does quite a lot of things we cannot imagine, and it's completely free of charge. You can use it and you can share with your friends to use as well. It's completely free of charge, no limit to its usage. It can analyze images. It can give you wonderful reports. Okay, it can write different kind of essays in different languages and different kind of formats that you ask it to. It can even develop websites right away, and you can visualize it free of charge. Okay, completely easily. So to start, let's start from the beginning. Accessing it, you can come anywhere within your browser and just type in Google, and you can just go ahead and search for Qwen3, just like Qwen3 AI. Okay, Qwen3 AI, and just hit on enter. You brought in over here, so you can see it here at the first option, Qwen3. Alternatively, you can come to chat.quen.ai and you will be brought in over to this very platform. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to log in. You can sign up if you want to use your email and password, or you can just go ahead and log in if you have an account already. You can as well go ahead and sign up through here. Let's say I want to use one of my Google accounts, because you can sign up with an email and password or with GitHub, or you can just go ahead and sign up with your Gmail. All right, so once you log in, this is where you'll be brought in. Of course, you see the chat area. This is where you put in your prompt. And just like ChatGPT, the platforms kind of look similar to ChatGPT. Over here, you have the thinking area, which enables you to ask questions and to enable whether you want the chatbot to actually think or not. Now, one thing that is very peculiar to this Qwen3 is that the thinking level can be controlled. You can click on this and you can be able to vary your thinking level. If it is a difficult question, you go ahead and use this whole 38,912 tokens. If it's a less difficult question, you can reduce the tokens, okay, the thinking levels. This means that it is not going to do much thinking before it gives you your result. But when you enable the total thinking, it is going to think a bit more, and it takes a bit more time for you to get your results. So just for your information, it is adjustable. You can adjust the thinking level, and then you can enable it to use research, which is going to, of course, search the internet and bring you different kind of sources to your question. You can enable or disable that also if you're interested. Now over here, you have the option to upload a document, maybe a PDF document, and you ask it to analyze or summarize or pick in the key features or elements from a particular document. And you can upload an image and ask it to analyze for you directly. You can upload a video as well and ask simple questions about that video. Audio as well, you can upload audio, and then you can carry out different kind of operations, maybe dubbing or maybe translation or transcription of a particular audio. You can do that as well. But then here you have the option to use the web development, the deep search. You can enable deep search, artifacts. This can enable you to visualize websites. For example, in cases when you are developing a website, you can visualize it from here. Maybe when you have the code developed, and then you have image generation, you have this option and many more other features that you can see. You have coding, make a plan, news, as well as analyze image, summarize text, and so much more from here. The first thing you need to do is to start by selecting the model. So you have to start by selecting the model. Here are different types. You have the Qwen3, 235 billion tokens. And then we have this one that has 30 billion. It has been improved from Qwen3 30 billion to now Qwen3 235 billion, which is the latest one, the most powerful mixture of experts language model, this one. So we can select it and we can go ahead and ask our questions. Of course, here is collapsible. You can collapse and bring it back, and you have different, you can start a new chat from here. And these are your recently used chats. These are your history, chat history. And then you have the option to come over here as well. If you want to download the app, you can download the app and continue to use it. Or you have to, if you want to have access to more settings, you can check here and maybe change one or two things depending on your liking. So let's start from the beginning. Let's ask some simple questions to this Qwen3 and let's see what it is going to do. Create a colorful, responsive website about public speaking using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Include these sections with engaging content. Okay, hero section, tips and tricks section, courses section, and practical sections, video section, maybe testimonials and so on. Use vibrant colors, modern fonts, and card layouts and animations. Make it mobile friendly, and optionally add dark light mode depending on the choice of the user and so on. So you can enable the thinking, and let's say for this time around we are going to use the whole thinking, and once we have this prompt entered, we can just go ahead and hit on enter. So let's give it some seconds and let's see what kind of website it is going to come up with. And you can see right now it is thinking, okay, showing you different kind of stages or procedures it is taking to carry out this particular assignment. Okay, these are the outlining. It's outlining the steps and the various sections that it's going to be contained in the website. This is the HTML, CSS, and it's understood that it's going to use these three: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and now it is thinking about the kind of code it is going to write and so on. So it's very direct, and you can see right now here's a complete, vibrant, and responsive public speaking website with all the requested features. And you can see it is writing it very, very fast and very intelligently. All right, so you can see it has finished. So to visualize it, you can come over here. One thing to note is that it said this HTML code requires style.css, script.js, which we don't have, so it might not likely show the complete website. But just to visualize, you can just click on these artifacts and you're able to see speak confidently, transform your speaking skills, and these are the details and so on. So if you want to see it clearly visualized, you can copy the link, you can copy the code and then paste it somewhere. Okay, maybe in one of the compilers, and you'd be able to see what it has created. So wonderfully, this is the first step. All right, so we can always close on this, come back to the main thing. And the next thing that we want to test is its image analysis capabilities. All right, so this time around, let's upload an image and let's see what it is going to do with it. So let's upload an image. Okay, so let's upload this technical image and let's see whether it is going to. This is a project management image and it's a bit complex. Let's see whether it is going to help us to analyze it or not. You can see it down here. Let me show you pictorially what I'm talking about. All right, so this is the image I'm just talking about. It's a project management image. You can see it involves different kind of methods, 1 to 5. And then the strategies, we have different strategies, and we have different kind of tools. So we have methods, tools, and strategies, and PNS. So let's see whether it is going to help us to analyze this image or not. So we've just uploaded it, and then we can ask it, can you briefly analyze this image and tell us the key takeaways from it. All right, so let's hit on enter to this without enabling the thinking and the searching capability. So let's see. So you can see the image depicts a structured process for synthesizing methods and tools into strategies. Okay, you can see it is taking the sections by sections, and it is telling you about the different components, which means categorically it is reading the image correctly and it is giving us the results. You can see pictorially it has analyzed everything and even giving us the takeaways, practical implications of what those processes mean. And in conclusion, this image provides a clear, structured methodology for transforming abstract concepts into practical actions. So you can see the details of what it has just given us, which showcases the power and the capabilities of this Qwen3. Is really, really wonderful. So this is analyzing this. We can ask it also to take in some critical reasoning questions like this one. Let me show you this. I think it is going to be interesting to try this. Let's say we're going to ask it to give us to analyze this and tell us the answer. The answer is D, I think. But then let's see whether it is going to get this right or wrong. So let's go back and let's add an image. This time around, let's upload this image. It is on critical reasoning, diagrammatic critical reasoning. So let's see, can you analyze and tell us the answer in this question and this reasoning question? So you can enable the thinking. If you don't want, you can leave it and just hit on enter, and it is going to carry out the analysis, taking the step-by-step understanding the 3D object, and then this determining the correct 2D representations of that 3D if it is flattened. Okay, key features of the top view. This is the top view, and then analyzing each option A, option B, option C, and then showing the correct answer. Okay, so the final answer is box B, and I think it is not correct on this. Yeah, I think the final answer is D. Can you rethink this? I think the final answer is D. Rethink it, please. All right, so let's see whether it is going to rethink it, and you're absolutely right to ask me to rethink this. And then let's see whether understanding the 3D shape, it is redoing everything. Now it is analyzing the options. Option C, option D is now correct. Now it's gotten it right. So the final answer is option D, which it has highlighted to showcase that it is correct. But just to confirm this, let's go to ChatGPT and let's ask it the same question. And let's see whether it is going to reason and give us the same answer as this one. So let's look at a new chat here and let's upload the image. Okay, can you analyze and tell us the correct answer? Let's see. All right, so it's taking the same step-by-step analysis, option A, option B, option C, option D, and the correct answer is option D, and that's very correct. So you can see we verified our question. The correct answer is the correct option is option D, correct? So it is correct. So which means AI can also make a mistake. So it's good for you to be able to checkmate it, to be able to see whether it's right and wrong or right. So let's say I have this question to also further test the intelligence of this AI. I want you to act as a math and logic expert. I will give you a technical word problem that may involve calculations, reasoning, or formulas. Your task is to break down the problem step by step, identify any known and unknown values, apply appropriate formulas, methods, or logic, explain your reasoning clearly, and then provide the final answer in a simple and understandable way. Now, the question is, a tank filled at the rate of 5 liters per minute. After 8 minutes, a leak starts draining water at 2 liters per minute. How much water is in the tank after 20 minutes? This is a bit critical. Let's see whether it is going to use its reasoning capability to actually solve this. So you say, yes, I'm ready. Let's solve the problem step by step. Now you see the analysis. Step 1, step 2, calculating the water added in the first 8 minutes. And step 4 is water added during the next 12 minutes and so on, because you can see the steps, the calculations, and at the end it says the answer is 76 liters. Can you verify this? Let's try that with ChatGPT. And let's say we can ask ChatGPT the same question, and let's see whether it is going to bring out similar answer. Okay, so step 1, understand the problem, identify known and unknown values. Step 3, break into time intervals, and then let's see. Let's just see the answer, 76 liters, and that's very, very correct as regards this particular answer. Okay, so let's ask it further question, maybe some direct question over here. But we can continue here, or we can just go ahead and create a new chat. Can you define photosynthesis and make it look academic with all relevant references included? Okay, so we just hit on enter. We can enable research if you want. Okay, you can see it is defining photosynthesis and it is giving us all of these. Let's say I want it to include the references. You can see the references it is giving us. It is even citing them within the text, and it is showing us the reference it has used. Now, the case is going to be different. If we try to make it, let's go back, copy this. Let's press this, and then let's enable the thinking and the research. So if we enable the search tool, it is going to be a different result. So once you hit on enter, you will notice that it has enabled the search option. So particularly it has searched for 10 sources. These are the sources that it has considered, and we can click on any of them to have access to. And this is the thinking process, and then this is how it is defining photosynthesis, showcasing all the chemical formulas, the components of photosynthesis, what it entails, and then the references that it has used. You can click to access all of these references also directly if you're interested. So that's the power of this. Let's try one last thing, maybe image generation. Can click, can you the image of a cat driving a car with a lion. All right, so let's see whether it is going to be able to do this for us. And you can see directly it is generating the image. So let's see how clear and how close to what we asked is going to be. And you can see this is ridiculously fast. It is very fast. It has gotten what we've asked. It is the cat driving with the lion inside a car, and it's wonderful, very fast. You can download that from here, or you can share directly, or regenerate this, or thumbs it up or down. So you can go ahead and explore and see what you can do with this particular Qwen3 AI. It has the capability and power to do many things. Okay, but it's just on your own. You need to explore and see how you can use it to your own advantage. So this concludes this simple tutorial about the use of Qwen3 to do some few things that can be advantageous to your own content creation or thereabout. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.